Hello to everybody who is interested in learning the French language, la langue française. I have prepared a short statement which I have taken from El Figaro or also from Journal de Montreal, and in that statement I analyze the grammatical expression of the French language. So please pay attention, please leave the comments, do not forget to subscribe to my channel, and let's start. Well, let me read the sentence first. 5 employés d'une garderie du Mississippi aux États-Unis ont été accusés de maltraitance d'enfants pour avoir effrayé des bambins dont ils étaient responsables. La vidéo qui a troublé de nombreux parents a poussé le ministère de la Santé de l'État et le bureau du shérif du comté de Monroe à ouvrir une enquête qui s'est soldée par l'inculpation de 5 personnes. 5 employees of a Mississippi daycare center in the United States been accused of abuse of children for having frightened toddlers for whom they were responsible. The video that troubled many parents prompted the Ministry of State Health and the Monroe County Sheriff's Office to open an investigation, which resulted in the indictment of 5 people. Well, let's read again the sentence that we are interested in. 5 employés d'une garderie du Mississippi aux États-Unis ont été accusés de maltraitance. So I am interested in the expression ont été accusés. What this expression actually says? They have been accused. And this is specifically the present perfect passive tense. And it is composed of auxiliary avoir, which in this case is conjugated in the present form. Then second verb était, which is the past participle of to be, and the main verb accuser, which is also the past participle of the verb accuser. So let's look into this a little bit more details, so we could understand why this term is used and why we have s at the end of the past participle accuser. So let's go a little bit more into details. So let's read the sentence. 5 employés d'une garderie du Mississippi aux États-Unis ont été accusés de maltraitance. Why do we have as at the end of ont été accusés in the past participle accusé? Why there is an s? The reason for that is the complement the object direct, which is the direct complement. 5 employés, 5 employees is a before the verb, and if it is before the verb, which is ont été accusé, then the s must be added to that past participle accusé. And because 5 employés is plural with the s and it is masculine, that's why we have to add s at the end of accusé. If those 5 employees were feminine, then we would even have to add one more e to the accusé. So in this case, 5 employés, 5 employees, it is placed before the verb, and this is the reason why in French grammar we have to add that s, because it is the complement, the object direct or direct complement placed before the verb. Well, let's continue with the sentence. ont été accusés de maltraitance des enfants pour avoir effrayé des bambins dont ils étaient responsables. So I'm interested in this expression avoir effrayé. What it is? It is a perfect participle. And to make a perfect participle, all you have to do is to use the present participle form of the verb have or avoir, followed by the past participle of the main verb. The main verb in infinitive is effrayer and past participle effrayer. Well, the next or the last part of this first sentence that I'm interested in is était responsable. No, des bambins dont ils étaient responsables. Était is imperfect form of the verb être. Basically, that imperfect form is describing activity in the past that had no beginning, no end. It was simply taking place. It describes some activity that was taking place in the past. And in this specific situation, they were responsible for those children in the past. So it was a certain period of time that took place for them. So how do we conjugate être in imperfect form? J'étais, tu étais, il était, nous étions, vous étiez, ils étaient. So let's read the second part of this article. La vidéo qui a troublé de nombreux parents a poussé le ministère de la Santé, de l'État et le bureau du shérif. So I am interested in two expressions here, and the first one is a troublé, and the second one a poussé. As we can see, this is the present perfect tense that is using the auxiliary avoir in the third person singular and the past participle of the verb troubler and pousser. As you can see, the last letter R, like Robert, is eliminated, and we have just the E with accent aigu. And the same for the verb pousser, which is the infinitive, where R is removed or R is removed, and we have only E with accent aigu. Well, the last part of this sentence that I'm interested in is qui s'est soldé par l'inculpation de 5 personnes. So I am interested in the expression qui s'est soldé. Before that sentence precedes the sentence that would start Bureau de shérif du comté de Montreal a ouvrir une enquête qui s'est soldée par l'inculpation de 5 personnes. So that previous sentence will play an important role in the accord of the main verb. So let's look at it. So first, I'm interested in this expression qui s'est soldé. The infinitive of the verb solder is se solder. That means to settle something, something that results in something, some kind of like a decision that has been reached. Now, as we can see, se solder, it is the passive form of the present perfect tense. As you can see, in the passive form of the present perfect, we always use auxiliary être, never avoir. If it is a passive form, it is always with être. So, how do we conjugate se solder in the passive present perfect form? Je me suis soldé, tu t'es soldé, il s'est soldé, nous nous sommes soldés, vous vous êtes soldés, ils se sont soldés. This verb is also called a reflexive verb. Okay, then if we look at this expression qui se solder, as we can see, there is one extra e at the end of the main verb in the past participle solder. Why? Because the complément d'objet direct, or the direct object. What is the direct object? It is the in enquête qui se solder. And if the direct object is before the main verb, then accord has to follow. Since enquête is feminine, we have to add e at the end of solder. And that's the reason why we see qui se solder par l'inculpation de 5 personnes. Well, I want to thank you very much for having spent some time going through this video. I hope that you have learned something new, and I also hope that the explanation was clear, crystal clear. Thank you again for your attention. Please do not forget to subscribe to my channel, leave the notes if necessary, and see you next time. Bye.